Here at Excel Machinery, we want everyone to excel in their job. To crush your project successfully, safety is our #1 priority. So maybe you already know this, or maybe this is a refresher, but here are some tips on how to safely work in heat. This year, Death Valley reached a record-breaking 129 degrees Fahrenheit. To put this in perspective, a perfect medium rare steak cooks at 130 to 135 degrees. Yeah, so let's make sure to keep the heat stress to a minimum unless you really want to be featured on the food channel. Our first tip to keeping cool is to stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking plenty of agua, even if you aren't thirsty. And we know this one is hard, but please try to avoid that afternoon Dr. Pepper, as caffeine-carbonated drinks, coffee, and tea all contribute to dehydration. Do you remember that game, The Floor is Lava? Well, yeah, basically it is now. So our next tip for working on a hot site is to make sure you're taking lots of breaks in a cool area. Ask your team leader or manager to provide temporary shaded areas. Whether it's a sunshade, a tent, or misters, something is better than nothing. That being said, if you're the boss, it is your responsibility to make sure your team members are taken care of. You have the power to make positive changes to their working conditions. Do this by ensuring your team is educated on what heat stroke and what heat stress looks like and how they can treat it. Another tip is to make sure your team has plenty of water available. You can even require your team to wear gear that protects them from the sun. Items like full-brimmed hard hats, reflective summer clothing, and mesh safety vests. We hope this was a good refresher for you and that you feel encouraged to keep safety in mind while working in that blazing sun. Now get out there safely and crush your next project.